when Nick Saban pushed a button in the Oval Office and got a Coke. There are moments in sports that live forever, not just the touchdowns or championship wins, but the strange, unexpected detours along the way. This week in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, former college football coach Nick Saban added another one to the list. And it involved the Oval Office, a red button, and, believe it or not, a Coca-Cola. Standing on stage at the University of Alabama's commencement ceremony, Nick Saban had a job to do: introduce the evening's keynote speaker, former President Donald Trump. But before handing over the mic, the legendary coach took a quick detour down memory lane. And the audience? They ate it up. Let us set the scene. The year was 2018. Alabama's Crimson Tide had just clawed their way back from a 13-0 halftime deficit to defeat the Georgia Bulldogs in a heart-pounding overtime national championship game. Naturally, the win earned them a visit to the White House, a tradition for champions. But this one? Well, it took a slightly unusual turn. Saban, always the composed figure on the sidelines, recalled stepping into the Oval Office with the team's three captains. President Trump greeted them warmly. Saban even called him a very gracious host. But then came the box. On Trump's desk sat a big, impressive-looking box, the kind that makes you pause. Bright red button on top. And you know what they say, curiosity is a powerful thing. So one of the players looks at it and asks, "Is that what you launch the missiles with?" Saban said, grinning. The crowd chuckled. And Trump? Without missing a beat, he said, "Well, push it and find out." Now pause for a second. Imagine being a college linebacker, standing in the Oval Office, and the President of the United States tells you to press a red button. What would you do? Rashaan Evans, one of Alabama's fiercest linebackers, stood frozen for a beat. Saban said it took him a moment to summon the nerve, but eventually, he reached out and pressed the button. No sirens. No alarms. Instead, a woman walked in with a Coke on a tray. Yes, seriously. You could almost hear the laughter echo through Bryant-Denny Stadium as Saban told it. And who could blame them? The story had it all: tension, humor, and a little Southern charm. Not every day a football player tests what might be the nuclear button and ends up with a soft drink. But it was more than a good laugh. It was classic Saban, using humor and storytelling to bring people in, to lower the stakes before raising them again. After the punchline had landed, he pivoted, with heartfelt gratitude, thanking Trump for choosing the University of Alabama to deliver his commencement address. There is something poetic about that moment. A man who built one of the most successful programs in college football history giving the stage to a former president, both icons in their own right, both larger than life in different ways. And yet, that red button story? It brought them all back down to earth. It made a president human. It made football players relatable. It made the Oval Office feel, just for a second, like the locker room after a game, where someone cracks a joke and everyone forgets the weight of the moment. So yes, the speech was about beginnings, about hard work and legacy. But more than that, it was about connection. A coach, a president, and a Coke. Who would have thought? And hey, next time you see a mysterious red button, maybe do not be so quick to panic. Sometimes, it is just a soda waiting to happen.